Hey, welcome to the show, everyone. Today, on episode 73, we are going to speak to another promo card collector. I believe that would make you number 3, Adrian Cook. Welcome to the show today. We can't wait to speak with you. We finally caught you on one continent. You're traveling all over the place.
Yes, good day, everyone. Hey guys.
You are based in Australia, so you're our
Yes.
second Australian guest, which is really cool.
Yep.
I'll let Lindsey take care of you.
Sure.
Hello, Adrian.
Hello, Lindsey. How you doing?
Oh, I'm well today. How's everything going in Vietnam?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. It's a bit warm, so I'm in the air conditioning, which is nice, but it's very good. We're camping up with my wife's family. Yeah.
It's nice to have a break, isn't it?
Yes.
We're going to start today. I'd like to ask you what you are a promo card collector mainly.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm curious what was the very first promo card you collected, and what drew you to it?
Well, I've watched a few of the other podcasts, and I'm sort of similar to Todd, I guess. I think he was collecting sets and finishing off the set with like getting the promo card to go with the set. And I kind of did the same. I was collecting like Flintstones and Hanna-Barbera stuff and the Flintstones.
I didn't know they used to do trading cards.
I didn't know
That's
that.
great. I'd love to see those. I loved Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Oh yeah, I was a big fan back in the day. Yeah. So I collected those, and then I found some promos, and then I went into a card shop one day not here in Sydney, but back in Sydney, and I said, "Oh, do you happen to have any promos?" And the guy said, "Just a minute," and he went out the back and he brought out this big box. I'm like, I was in heaven, and the guy said, dumped him down on the counter and said, "Oh, look, how much?" I said, "I'll give you $25 for them," and he said, "Sold," because I think he was in the process of going out of business, unfortunately. But I picked up this big box of promos, like the cards and the sheets and the oversized promos, and there were so many in there, and like just seeing all the different genres and images and colors and stuff on the cards, I thought, yeah, that's what I want to focus on. So I picked up Todd's book, the 2008 promo card encyclopedia, not long after that, and probably
It's interesting.
10 years after that, and then just started collecting as many as I could. Yeah.
It's interesting that the promo cards, they inspired you to collect more promo cards rather than get the set to go with the promo card.
Yeah, I looked at sort of back in the day. I was looking at Star Trek sets and the Star Wars sets and various sets like that. I still collected a few sort of weird little sets like Flags of America and famous blues guitarists or whatever it was from the 1930s. Just little sets that were like 20 or 30 card sets that sort of interest me. But mainly it was promos. And I'd go to shows and collector fairs around Sydney, and I would just ask them, do you have any promos? And they'd pull out folders or boxes, and I'd just sit there going through them, and I don't have that one, I'll take that one. I don't have that one, I'll take that one. And it just amassed so many over the years. But I think my very first one, as you had asked, my very first one was probably Species. From the movie. I think about 95 or 94.
What card was that? I didn't understand.
Species,
the movie. It was a movie trading card series, or set, And there was a promo for a little black one with red writing, and I think that was probably my first away from that big box that I got. Yeah.
So,
Can I ask you a quick question? Sorry, Lindsey. Just one. What is it about promo cards specifically that really got you so that, you don't really collect sets so much? It's mostly why specifically?
I don't know. It's just like if anyone can go to a collector fair and pick up a set of Guinness World Book of Records set, or a Star Wars set, or a King Kong set, or whatever it is. But yeah, like you really have to chase, or because they won't like the dealers won't actually put the box or the album on the table for you to look through. You have to ask. Whereas all the other card sets are already there. But like if you say, all right, I'm actually looking for promo cards. Do you have any? Like, and I say, oh yeah, we've got this box under the table. We don't really use it much, but have a look through it. And I've picked up a lot that way, which is really good. I love doing that. Just sitting there and I take my little book and say, okay, I don't have that one. I don't have that one. So I tick it off, and then I do have it. So I don't know. Like it's just the chase, I guess. Yeah, the fun of the chase. Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you stay away from some of the larger sets because they have things like parallels in them, and to be honest, I find them really boring. It's just the same image with a different colour border, and you don't really want to be looking at the same image over and over. Well, personally, I don't. Some people really love it, but you seem like you enjoy a different image and variety, and like you say, the scarcity. They're not so easy to find. It's the hunt, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the hunt. Like I think the last actual trading card set I bought was probably when it was first released, X-Files, the movie, I Want to Believe, I think.
That could be. That
was that Cryptozoic that did X-Files? I can't remember now.
I think it's Rittenhouse that did it.
Rittenhouse, I think, did it, yeah. But like I was a massive fan of the X-Files, so that I just wanted to get the sets of those.
I loved the early seasons. There were some really great episodes in them early seasons. Like there was a guy who could squash and go through like the vents and stuff. I still remember that one.
Yeah. That's the one.
So what would you say you had, like, you've got a favourite promo card you've picked up, whether it's for the image or how hard it was for you to get, or
probably my favourite was I remember there was a car boot sale. Do you know what they are?
We have car boot sales. Ingrid doesn't have car boot sales.
Okay.
Boots to wear in cars? What?
Shaking your head and tumbleweeds rolling behind her.
What do you call your car boot in Canada?
It's a trunk.
Trunk. Yeah, everyone just parks up on a field in the cars, get all the stuff out of the trunk, and put it on a little table and sell it. That's like a car boot.
A flea market. That's just like a flea market. No?
Yeah, like a flea market. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So, okay, I was at this car boot sale close to where I lived, which was kind of convenient. And I just went in, just not expecting to find cards, but I just happened upon this Barbie, like a Barbie Goes Wild promo. I knew it was a promo because down the bottom on the back of it, it said sample card only. I think it's just from memory, sample card only, where it normally would have a number.
Yeah.
And it's like, gold foil, and it's an amazing looking card.
I love the gold.
Yeah, like not many, like a few collectors are sort of chasing those sort of ones, but that's probably the favorite in my set, I guess. Yeah.
That's really interesting. That with the promo cards, you seem to be touching on a lot of different card sets that I, anyway, have not even heard about. Like, I have to say, I did not know that there was a Barbie set.
There's a couple of Barbie sets. Yeah. I mean, pretty much any topic you can think of, there's a
you spoke about
or a set. Yeah.
You spoke about the blues guitarist from the 30s, was it? When was that set? I never heard of that set. When did
I would have to check my cards back at home. I'll get back to you, but
Okay.
yeah, I know it's sitting at home because I remember it as one of my sets. But yeah, I'll get back to you on that. Yeah,
That's really interesting to know there are different topics of card sets. I like that a lot. I
like
look for that.
I love the variety of topics. Like one promo card that I do have that I remember is Amish life. You're familiar with the Amish?
Oh. Have you got a bit of barn racing and
yeah, barn racing. Yeah. Harrison Ford and all that sort of stuff. Like there's a promo card for Amish life. It shows an image of a horse and a cart and a field, like a farm behind them. And there's also like another one off the top of my head. There's Field of Dreams, the movie with Kevin Costner.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and yeah, like there's all the comic related stuff like Spider-Man, Batman, The Punisher, Green Lantern. There's actually some really cool Green Lantern hologram or holofoil promo cards, which are really nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I'm in the process of designing holographic cards right now as we speak. I would love to see those cards because some of them are just too expensive to produce for a small publisher like this. So, yeah. Anyways, I'd love to see those.
Do you have any feelings about digital trading cards? Because I can't remember what it was I saw the other day, but they were selling for quite a lot. I mean, to me, it doesn't make any sense.
I got no idea. Like, I wouldn't even know where to find them. So, yeah, I prefer the ones you can actually touch,
That's it. It's a physical product. I don't understand the fascination myself, but, you know, I mean, if you could get it digitally and as a print, fair enough, but I don't know. I don't get it. We might have to find somebody
to understand. Straight over my head, like, I'm the one with tumbleweeds going behind me now, so...
we keep trying to figure it out and understand it, but so far, we understand it a little bit better, but I still don't get the appeal of it. Maybe it's because Lindsey and I don't actually have one, so. But even then, to have a digital card, you need a device, which I love technology and all that. I'm not putting it down at all. But if you're somewhere where you don't have that device, you can't look at it. Of course. Yeah, if you don't have your collection with you, you can't look. Anyway, I don't know. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I'm
watching out there. Come and explain to us the appeal, please. We'd like to understand.
Yes, that would be good. But yeah, I'm not across it. Ingrid, I have to ask. AP card. I'm still not sure on that. AP card.
Artist proofs.
Artist proofs, of course. Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you. All right. Of course, I knew it was something like that.
Do you have any interest in originals at all, or are you more than happy with your printed promos?
Yeah, I'm sort of pretty happy with my actual card promos. Yeah, like and like I'm a sort of collector that if I can get one signed by an artist or a celebrity or whoever's on the card, I'll get that done. Like one comes to mind, Monty Python. Put out some trading cards, and lucky enough in Sydney to get Michael Palin to sign one of the cards for me. That was
we've got John Cleese appearing at a Comic-Con in beginning of June, and
wow, that's cool.
I'm in an hour and about going. He's only there on the Saturday, and you know the queue is going to be crazy. But I'm a huge Monty Python fan. I didn't realise they had a card set already.
Yeah, I think they've got a few. They've got the Holy Grail. I think that's in a wide vision, and the regular trading card size. They've got Flying Circus, and I think there's Meaning of Life.
Do many of the cards have Terry Gilliam's artwork on it?
A lot of them.
Or are they just photos?
No, a lot of Terry's artwork, yes. One of my favourite movies of all time is Life of Brian, yeah, so I've always been a big fan, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, the movies are great, so good. But yeah, I mean, oh, sorry, I'm distracted now. I'm just thinking about Monty Python. I'll say it's got in my brain now, like the beginning of Holy Grail, where they're playing the trumpet.
We've got to bring it back.
Speaking of Holy Grails, is there a card that you're really looking for that you just haven't been able to get yet?
Yeah, like promo wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was looking at it the other day. I think it's number P1. I think P1. It's either P1 or P2. I'd have to check. I've got a spreadsheet on my laptop that sort of helps me out as well. But yeah, I think it's either P1 or P2. Yeah.
Of what?
Monty Python is.
Monty Python.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's eluded me for a few years, but I'll get there.
You mentioned that you picked some of these things up at card shows and stuff. Do you have much of that going on in Australia?
Unfortunately not. Like, actually there was a card show. There's regular Comic-Cons, they're calling them, sort of close to where I live, which is good. They have them at least 4 times a year, and they sort of move them from different venues. And I found that there wasn't a lot of like promos or too much other than cards, other than Pokemon sort of stuff. So I actually took the initiative and I wrote or emailed to Rittenhouse Archives. I said, this event is coming up. Could you possibly send me some promos to hand out to people as they enter the venue? And they sent me a whole bunch of very cool Doctor Who promos.
Well, that's awesome.
And so, yeah, I just handed them out to people and they were very happy. And especially
good on Rittenhouse for that. That's very cool.
Yes. Thank you.
I do regular Comic-Cons in the UK, and I'm really trying hard to get people into cards and collecting, you know, like you say, over and above the Pokemon card game kind of thing. I've got some blanks and I'm going to hand them out to kids to see if they, you know, draw your own and whatever, just try and get them interested. Because like when I was little, we loved card sets, trading them, collecting them. Kids still love trading and collecting. Yeah. It's just whether they do it all digitally now. It's you don't want it to die out. It's such a fun hobby.
I'd like to think the kids still like the physical cards. Actually, while I've been here in Vietnam, I've actually found some kind of like non-sport promo cards, which is pretty cool.
That was something I wanted to ask you. Is there a card? Are there any in Vietnam? I mean,
I did look up card shops in Saigon. There's a few, but I think mostly they're concentrating on collectible card games, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, that sort of thing. So not sort of really delving too much into non-sports as we know it. But I'll just show a quick example of some things I found actually today. Like you got they're sort of
cool
oval
is that
Galactica?
Free Fire palette. I can't read it, but
yeah. It's a lot of it's, of course, it's in Vietnamese, and on the back it promotes like books, toys, games, iPads, that sort of thing. There's these ones which I found these today. I'll just be very quick.
Oh, cool!
Those ones today, and they're sort of they have a sticker of a bicycle, a sort of superhero character. And on the back, they're numbered. They're differently numbered, and there's stickers on the back, and there's a QR code that you can enter for some prizes or a subscription. So that's a really cool.
That's a really cool addition to your set. I mean, I'm sure not that many people have those cards, those promo cards.
Mm-hmm. No, I'll probably be the only one in Australia, at least. But like, they just you walk into a supermarket and they're packaged sort of on the 4 packs of fruit boxes, like the juice boxes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and there's like lots of them, and like I look at them and say, wow, why isn't this in Australia? Like, why aren't they doing this in Australia? That's amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of Australia, you were talking a little bit about how you do have cons and stuff in Australia, but for the card, be it promo cards or sets, do you feel that the hobby is growing in Australia?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, just slowly, not like raging days back in the mid-90s, but yeah, there's actually a card shop close to me, which has sort of opened in the last sort of 2 years. So
Oh,
so that's good. Like they supply all the supplies that you need and non-sport cards and sport cards. So there's people out there pushing the envelope, which is good.
People like you. You're
Yeah,
asking.
well, like me, yes. Yes, I'm active, yes.
You have. Please go on.
I was going to say, would you like me to show you some Australian promos that I
Yes.
happen to have with me
Please.
by the magic of television? All right. So these were from a music store called Brash's here in Australia. Brash's and Uncle Toby's Cereal put out these cards. So they were related to the early days of Baywatch.
Oh,
oh,
show. Okay.
all the beautiful people.
Okay.
All the beautiful people, yeah. So, and they had like a $5 and a $10 discount voucher on the back.
Okay. Oh, awesome.
So yeah, they were an Australian release from probably about let's say 95, 96. Todd may correct me on that later on, which is perfectly fine. And yes, I know Albert's chasing these ones. The Destroy All Robots promos.
What is it called? Sorry,
Destroy All Robots.
Destroy All Robots. Right.
Yes, this is an Australian release from, I'm going to say 95, because that's when I picked them up at a collector fair in Sydney. And yeah, they're really cool. They say promo on the back, and
Destroy.
and they have some really cool artwork. This one's signed by the artist.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Which is cool, yeah. So
that is cool artwork.
Yes.
Are there any Australian companies, card companies as such, or is it just the consumer end?
There's card companies, but they're mainly focusing on sport cards.
Okay.
So, like, especially in the southern states of Victoria, where they're sports mad, they're focusing on the local football, cricket, motorsport, all that sort of stuff. Not really too many, I guess, breakaway Australian companies that are making like non-sport sets, Bussy and
Hey, all you
Australian
Australian watchers, listeners, get on that. There's obviously there's a market.
There's a need.
There's a need.
Yeah.
Do you ever go on Kickstarter and support any of the card sets on there? Because I know quite a lot of the time the first tier will be promo card, and it'll just be a couple of dollars for the promo card, if you know what I mean. Or is that too easy? That's not really a hunt. You can just go and get it.
Well, kind of a funny story. I like way back when I first saw that it started, and they were offering promos to people that would help donate or whatever. I made a reasonable donation and just sort of disappeared. So I don't really know what happened to it. But
that occasionally happens. I have supported some Kickstarters and never got what I was supposed to get.
Yeah. So it kind of sort of put me off a little bit, but
it won't happen with Lindsey and I. I guarantee.
I've heard that. Yeah.
So do you keep all your cards, all your promos, or do you sell them? Like your extra?
No, like I keep them all. I trade as much as I can and as often as I can. There's actually a bloke up in Queensland that bit younger than me, and he's really getting into promos, which is good. And we often trade cards with one another. But yeah, I have many folders, a big box full of promos, and I have a big box full of spares. So Ingrid, the offer is still there. I'm happy to send you a bunch to kick you off help with your collection.
Yeah, I've gotten a few packages in the mail from some people giving me promo cards. I'm loving it. I'm actually beginning to enjoy the promo thing. I don't know why you keep them in the box, because it actually, when you put them up, it's like, wow, it's all this color and shapes, and it's just wonderful. It's like a market full of vegetables, different colors and different shapes.
Depends how many you've got. You'd end up doing your whole wall in them.
Well, you could also do. We had a collector on. We had a collector on who actually made a whole addition to his house just to show all the collectibles and all his cards and everything. You could do that.
Currently I'm renting a unit, so it's a bit tough.
You don't need a bedroom.
We'll get there.
Extra space.
Mind the kitchen.
I really love that idea of what you did with Rittenhouse, though, and handing the cards out. I mean, I do Comic-Cons regularly, so I'm wondering if I should maybe contact a few people and ask them if they want me to hand them out. I really am trying to get people interested. It's so hard, though.
Yeah, I kind of got that idea from a collector fair that I went to, maybe 20 years ago, I guess. And it was through Card Talk. So a bunch of Australian non-sport update Card Talk members got together, and one of the members had contacted, who was it at the time? Inkworks, I think it was, and said, we're setting up this booth at this collector fair. Can you possibly send us some promos so we can hand them out to people and promote the hobby? Which they did, and they sent a whole bunch of promos. So that's kind of where I got the idea from, this local collector fair and Penrith
awesome.
CollectorCon. I'm just putting the plug in there. Penrith CollectorCon, get onto it. It's great. So it's
gotta get people hooked by slipping them a freebie.
Yeah, here's a couple of free promo cards.
Well, the con I did do in Philadelphia last year, I had promo cards from several different smaller companies, a whole bunch of them actually, and they were there for free. And people come to the table just for the promo cards, of course, because you got to be sure they don't take the whole pile with them. But generally speaking, people just take a few, and that's fine, and that's great. I think that's how not only do people get into the cards, because shockingly there are people who will come who actually know nothing about cards, but they're with somebody who loves cards. So then when they see maybe a subject that they actually enjoy, well, they pick up the card, and then slowly you indoctrinate them into the whole card collecting thing. So yeah, that was great.
That's a
Lindsey, you should ask all the companies and have a whole table full of promo cards, and fantastic.
Lindsey, what card companies are still going in the UK? I know of a couple, but I don't know if they're still going.
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea.
Okay.
The stuff you see the most is like Panini. I don't think they're British though, are they? Are they Italian?
Italian, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. All I see when I go to the shop now is Minecraft trading cards, and that's about it. There's.
I see a lot of promo cards like by Unstoppable Cards and Cards Inc. in the UK.
Cards Inc.
I never realised they were UK based, to be honest. I'll make a note of that.
Unstoppable, I'd heard. I didn't know they were still going.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're still going. Yeah, I'm happy to be corrected on that. Yeah, but
it's getting the kids interested in it again. That's they're going to grow up to be the collectors and everything, aren't they? And It's hard to get their attention these days.
Yeah.
So fast and they move on so quickly from stuff.
That they have to see a big time celebrity dealing cards, and that would might influence their interest, I guess. Yeah.
It'd be great if products still had them in as well. You know, boxes of cereal, biscuits, whatever. You know, they don't do that anymore, and that used to get them hooked.
When they get into the video games or whatever video game they do, that should come with a card, with a trading card or something.
That is what I saw the other day. I think it is a video game, but I can't remember which one. You know, with the digital trading cards, it's just a shame that they're digital. So they are still.
But they could include a physical card along with the digital card. Like if you sign up online, because I think even if you don't buy the physical game, I don't play video games, unfortunately, although I should. But I think you sign up online now, you don't actually buy a box or something anymore. But if
you can buy games, but yeah, you can just get them online.
You get them online. Well, then when you sign up, you usually have to put in your address anyway. Well, they could send you a free card or 3, and then that way that might might get the kids to kind of trade. You know, if it's a random thing, well, then they could trade the physical card that goes with the digital game. Maybe, I don't know.
I think. I mean, one thing, I don't know if this happened in your guys' countries, but they actually banned us from taking cards to school because people would fight over them. Yeah, because they
did that when my kids were in primary school. Yeah.
So that was the big draw for them, to take the cards to school, swap with the friends, you know, and we were banned from doing that. So that doesn't encourage the market either, does it?
Well, I think
you can't really have them fighting each other over them. Oh dear.
So what do you see for the future of your collecting?
Of my collecting, when I get back home to Sydney, there's going to be a bunch waiting for me, which is really cool. That have travelled in the Northern Hemisphere, which is I'm sure there's going to be some really cool cards in there. But my future, I guess, just keep plodding along, and
do you think you're ever going to
here and there?
Do you think you're ever going to focus your collection on a particular topic or subject, or you just collect anything and everything?
Just anything that says coming in fall '93 or coming soon or T1 or T7, whatever it is, I'll collect it. Yeah. If it's like Todd said, if it was given out for free, I'll take it. Yeah.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm I still get a buzz out of opening up the PCE and looking down the list and say, "Oh, I haven't got that one. There it is. Let's go."
So, do you have any? Do you have any? Are you still looking while you're in Vietnam before you go back home?
Oh yes.
Is this the point of your vacation? But you didn't.
No, no, it's not the point. No. It just happened. I was on vacation, and it just so happened that my very, very generous cousin who lives in the States offered to be my postman, so to speak. So he's collecting the cards that I bought in the States. He lives in Idaho, and he's actually traveling to Sydney later to see his family in June. So we're going to catch up, and he's going to bring me the cards that I have actually purchased, but he's being Mr. Postman for me. So I'm very appreciative of that. Thank you, Shannon.
Very looking forward to his visit.
Yes. Like there's some wild stuff in there, like you'd never see in Australia. So
I do understand the hunt though, because I was always at car boot sales. I used to look for old toys, vintage toys and stuff. And it's so exciting when you find something.
Yeah. Oh, I've been chasing this one for 20 years, whatever it is.
I was walking past this stall, and they just had curtains. It was just a curtain stall. There was no interest to me whatsoever. But I had a really funny feeling. I was like, walked past this cardboard box with a load of curtains on top. And someone said, look in that box. So I thought, all right then. I had a look. Vintage Ed 209 action figure. 20p.
Wow.
I was just like, right, thank you.
This
But it was so weird. Like, there was no
Wow.
reason to look in there whatsoever. It was just curtains.
Your spider sense was working.
I've done that. I've done
Yeah,
that,
it's really
Lindsey. Yeah.
strange. Like, something says
It's
just
very strange.
don't
Yeah.
go look in there.
You know what I think is really amazing is that, well, of course, watching Lindsey talk about that too, but listening to you talk about your hunt for promo cards, you're like a little kid. It's you know, having a passion of whatever it is super important. And I think it's so cool that you managed to, you know, you're excited about finding a card and adding it to your collection. And, you know, some people it's sets, and for you it's the promos. I don't know. I really love hearing people who are excited about what they're doing.
Yeah. It's just a buzz. Like
Kind of why I was asking you about the future of your collecting, because sometimes the you know, the fun of it may wear away, or things change. Or do you think everything will go digital? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. No, like there'll still be actual physical cards out there sitting in someone's garage in a folder that they think, oh, you know, I don't really need it anymore. I'm going to put it on eBay or Marketplace or wherever it is, and I'm going to sell it. And someone's going to end up with that actual card that they've been looking for like 20 years. And it's going to make another person happy. So,
well, if somebody is watching this, what is the you mentioned you were looking for a P1 and P2 of Monty Python, I think, or something.
Do you want me to check?
What are the cards you're absolutely looking for? You never know.
I'd have to go. I've got a spreadsheet of wants on my laptop. Sure.
I love these spreadsheets.
You're the organised one.
There's probably too many to mention, but
well,
you can.
Where can they reach you if they think, oh my God, I've got something that he might have, that he might want?
All right, I can give you an email, or I've got the Facebook website or Facebook page. Sorry.
You have a page?
Facebook page. It's a bit long, but it's worth tracking down. My non-sport promo and sample card show and tell.
You should have made it a little longer, yeah.
I know. I was going to add a couple of words on the end there. Yeah.
You'll have to drop that to me. You'll send me the link, and I'll include it in the show notes below.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, okay. All right. Non-sport.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sorry, go ahead, Lindsey.
No, I was just saying I'll give that a follow.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I just sort of, I think I actually set up that when I was in lockdowns, the COVID lockdown. So I think I set it up and.
Did the lockdown affect how you collect at all?
Only that I sold a lot of stuff. Like I had all this stuff sort of sitting around, not really card related, but I had some bunch of toys and T-shirts and various things that I'd collected that I sold, which was, you know, a bit extra money in my pocket. So it was good. Yeah. So it didn't really affect my collecting. No. I was still the midnight oil was burning, so to speak.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're probably going to head on out the door with this, as you've already given us your Facebook page. Is there anywhere else that you show off your collections?
Well, I kind of have a different collection on Instagram. It's not card related, but
a lot of people are on Instagram. You might want to. Where can they go to see that?
Okay, it's called Rock T-shirt 2022.
Rock T-shirt. Okay.
T-shirts.
T-shirts. Sorry, Rock T-shirt
2022. you'll find me in some t-shirts, and I just go around and I see people in the street and they're wearing a really cool rock t-shirt, and I just stop them and say, "I love your shirt. Can I ask you about it? Take a photo."
So you have a thing for t-shirts too, not just promo cards. All right.
Yeah, the t-shirts stem from my love of Midnight Oil. I collect basically anything Midnight Oil, but I go to a lot of concerts and live gigs and stuff, and I just see all these people in cool shirts. "Oh, I love that one. Oh, tell me about it. Where'd you get it? Why do you love the band? Do you have a favorite song?" That sort of thing. So I just started to put together. It's not a huge page. It's only got, I don't know, 15 or 20 people, that I've interviewed. But it's a start, yeah.
That sounds a lot of fun. Because, if people are wearing the t-shirt, they generally want to chat about the band of the t-shirt they're wearing. Definitely.
Yeah, well, one case in point, I saw this young guy. He must have been 20, and he had this, I think it was Napalm Death, and they're a band, like a hardcore metal deathcore band from like the early 80s. I'm figuring, and I thought, he's so young to be wearing such a really cool shirt by a band that was probably around before he was born. And I just talked to him, and he was very obliging and friendly, and we had a little chat, and happy days. And so
I think they are going back to a lot of the older music. I mean, Led Zeppelin is never going to go away. Like, it stands the test of time, a lot of rock music. Indeed. Because there's no like silly effects that are trendy at the time. You'll listen to some stuff and go, "That sounds so dated," and just all the auto-tune nowadays. And
80s, some of the 80s bands are a little bit like, hey, the 80s, I was so into music, but some of them are a little, some of those, I don't know, it just doesn't work anymore, whatever, And
it's nice that some of it's coming back, with the Stranger Things and Running Up That Hill, and,
that's really cool. And they take the good stuff, yeah.
Because I don't know if it's my age, but when I listen to the radio, it just all sounds exactly the same to me.
I agree.
So,
listen to something else, Lindsey.
I'm glad I don't have to listen to the radio. I don't have a job where I have to listen to the radio. I don't drive, so I don't listen to the radio. Like, I can dodge all this stuff.
Okay.
But if I'm in a car with somebody else, I can't escape it.
Lindsey, I'll give you I don't know, something to try, a band to try. They're called Frenzal Rhomb.
Called what? Sorry?
Frenzal Rhomb. Fren.
Yep.
ZAL. New word RHOMB.
Oh, okay.
They're a very good Australian punk band. Like I've seen them a bunch of times. They're freaking awesome. Like,
who else was it earlier that I'd never heard? That's really famous. Who was it?
Midnight Oil.
Midnight Oil, yeah.
Oh, you got it.
Who was it again?
Even I've heard of them. I mean, they were playing all the time here in Canada way back.
I don't know how I've missed it. Some things just pass you by, don't they, without you realising. I mean, I might have even heard one of the songs.
There were a couple of, was it Men at Work or Men at Work? That was also
Men at Work.
That was also an Australian band. Eh?
Yep. Yeah.
They
had that big song around that was sort of centered around the America's Cup back in '83. Down Under, their song was, yeah.
Very first time I heard Vegemite sandwich, I had no idea what that was.
I love Vegemite. I had some earlier today, actually.
I still don't know what it is.
Brought some with me, hang on.
We're going to find out what Vegemite is. No way.
Vegemite.
Oh,
Is it like Marmite?
Kind of like Marmite, yeah. It's sort of a salty spread you put on your toast or your bread, and
is it
it's
sweet?
very good, yeah.
Is it like
no?
Is it
Do
PiP?
you have Marmite? Do you guys have Marmite?
I've
No.
never.
We do, yeah.
Oh, I need to send us some Marmite so I can watch you go, oh.
It sounds horrible.
Well, the thing is that they say you either love it or you hate it, and I'm not a fan.
No,
So you never know until you try it, I guess.
it's an acquired taste. This one that I've sort of grown up on it, and it's good. I like it on a sandwich. Yeah.
Well, on that just note, I think well, actually, there should be some Vegemite promo cards somewhere, shouldn't there? I mean, it's been around.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there should be. If not, I'll make some.
All right.
Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me. Before we go, I'll just drop in this last word. I don't know because I haven't asked him, but I think Greg McLaughlin, who does he does a podcast too. I'm please forgive me, I forget the name of his podcast, but he also does one. But I believe he creates his own cards of his guests and things to have like swag bags and things like that, which I think is totally awesome. But he may have some promo cards too, and you could maybe ask him to make some Vegemite promo cards. I think that's the closest I'll ever get to eating Vegemite.
All right. I will
get in touch.
I'll look up it.
I'll
look him up.
I think it's Rebel Base. I think it's the Rebel Base podcast that he does, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm writing that down. Rebel Base.
That's Greg McLaughlin. He's been on the podcast. He's super nice, and he makes his own cards. Actually, he's really getting really good at it to hand out and give away. All right. Okay. Well, on that note, I think we have all your contact info and whatever else we need. It will be in the show notes below. So thank you so much, Adrian, for having come on.
Thank you very much, Ingrid and Lindsey. It's been a great chatting with you, and hope to do it again sometime. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Back. All right.
No problem.
Thank you, Adrian.
See you later. Thank you.